All right, folks, listen, this is a live stream and you better watch the whole video because you don't want to miss this video because it has some really good connections to why they're using a particular, you know, animal in a story. You're going to see how it all connects to Elvis and also a death of one of these animals a while back. Because in the news right now, there's a story right now in the news for the last 2 days about um, this animal. It was a that had nothing. The animal didn't do anything. Okay, and it was at the zoo. All right, you'll see how it connects to why they're using this story. You'll see. To me, it's a BS story, but you'll see what just happened at the Fort Worth Zoo in Texas.
According to USA Today, a video of two Texas zookeepers who unexpectedly found themselves enclosed in an exhibit with a gorilla has gone viral. The video
Okay, so now I'm going to get to that story later. Right now, let me show you how this all connects and why this is so important to this puzzle, okay? And how it connects to an older story you'll see in a moment, okay? So let's get started. Okay, so Elvis Aaron Presley, his initials are EAP, okay? And what is EAP? What is the EAP? EAP initials also could be PEA, okay? Like peacock or Peabody, whatever. The peacock and it can also be the ape, okay? APE. And by the way, P is you'll see later in the video how it connects, but right now we're talking about this. PEA, I mean EAP, Elvis Aaron Presley is the ape. APE, okay? And why is this important? Because this story, like I said today, you'll see in a moment how it all connects, but let me explain something to you, okay? First of all, the largest ape is the gorilla, okay? Like like the largest type of ape is a gorilla. And listen, look at the words gorilla has in it. It's yeah, whatever. And it's got my name in it, first of all, Garo, Garo, and then it's got the ILL, ill. Or you'll see how it connects later. But look, my name, Garo, equals king. So this would be ill king. Anyway, you'll see how it connects in a moment, okay? So remember, my name is Garo, and Garo equals king, right? And Elvis was known as a king, and Seattle's in King County, right? Where this June 11th event's going to be in Seattle, but Seattle, Washington. Anyway, gorilla, I told you equals Garo ill or king ill because Garo equals king, right? And also it'll equal Lil King. Lil King equals gorilla, okay? Because gorillas, the anagram is this, right? And I know my name equals king, so that's why I know Lil King would be gorilla, okay? Now, and Lil is the 33 code, right? Now watch this. Okay, besides that, all right, let me just show you this real quick. So Lucifer equals Lil King, okay, in gematria. And also Lucifer equals killing because it's got the ILL and then the KING. See, LILKING, same thing. That's why killing, when they say Lil King, it's the word killing, right? And why am I bringing this up? You'll see in a moment, okay? You'll see how it all connects to this story with the ape. If you were to put a crown on the words Lil God, because you have the LIL again, oh, Lil God equals the same as the words the king. So the king, because Elvis is known as a king, the O lil God equals the king, right? And I told you that Lil King equals the exact same as Lucifer. See, a minute ago, what I showed you was the king equals oh lil God. Okay, and it's almost the exact same numbers. The only difference is instead of 43, it's 34. That's why it's different words here. It's lil king equals Lucifer. Okay, and the only difference is the number right here, 43. For the king is 34. You see, that's the only same numbers, but thing. Now, why am I showing you all this? Just keep watching, okay? So Lil equals 33, Lil King equals Lucifer, right? Now, this whole thing goes back to this. Why are they using the gorilla? The word gorilla equals Lucifer, okay? And you'll see how it all connects to Elvis in a minute. Gorilla is Lucifer. Gorilla is Lucifer. Okay, are you getting that? Now, let me look at you guys before. So, understand. Oh, sorry. Gorilla is Lucifer. Get it? All right. So, if Gorilla is Lucifer, and Elvis Aaron Presley's initials, EAP, is the word ape. Okay, is the word ape. Okay. I'll get to the PEA later, but it's the word ape. And by the way, if you're looking for the leap, because it's almost like the word leap, it's only missing the L. And go watch my leap year videos, part 1 and 2, and you'll see how incredible that those videos are. It's under the live stream section if you want to know about that. Right now, I'm not talking about that. So when you see ape, look, ape is EAP for Elvis Aaron Presley's initials. And then when you see gorilla, which is an ape, it's Lucifer. So every time you see a gorilla or an ape, it's Elvis. Because Elvis is the ape, Elvis is Lucifer. Okay, you understand? That's the two connections. So every time you see gorilla, you see the ape. Now, let's go to the real story here. So there's a recent story right now that has to do with the Fort Worth, Texas Zoo. But right now, I want to talk to you, go back to what happened to a gorilla back in 2016. Okay? Now let's go. Let me show you. Let's get started here. Hold on, let me move this stuff out of the way. So remember. So there was a ape gorilla. Ape is Elvis. The the EAP initials is Elvis Aaron Presley. So ape gorilla. Harambe was a ape gorilla who was killed because a 3-year-old boy fell into the gorilla enclosure. Okay? This story was back in 2016. Okay? Now, a 3-year-old, I told you that 3 is a code. Okay? 3 is a code. Anytime you see a 3, it is a code, a 3 or a 33, because they love to mock God. Because God was crucified at the age of 33. He rose from the dead at 33, Jesus. You understand? And anytime you see the 3, he rose from the dead after 3 days. The Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit is 3. These 3 are 1. You understand? It's all mocking God, all right? Now, the 3-year-old who fell into the gorilla enclosure, what is the 3-year-old's name? Was named Isaiah, and his last name was Dickerson. It's got the dick and the son in the name, man. All right? Because that's the code. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's a code, all right? And you know that that school that had that famous shooting, that real famous school with the initials SH? It was on Dick in Son. Road. Dick and Son was the name of was the street name for that school shooting with the initials SH back in 2014 or whatever 2012 on 12/14, Washington's death date, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Anyway, so look, it's Dick Er's son and a 3-year-old. See how it's got the codes for the people who don't know my codes. The sexual innuendo codes, the man-son code, the king code. I've talked about it. Now, let's move forward. So Harambe was a silverback ape gorilla. Okay? I told you the ape, the EAP is Elvis Aaron Presley's initials, gorilla is Lucifer. So whenever you see that, you're seeing Elvis Aaron Presley, Lucifer, okay? Harambe was a silverback gorilla, all right? And just look at this. So silver, it's got the letters of Elvis, right? Which is also Levi's, but I'm not going to get into the Levi's thing here, okay? It's the Elvis initials in silver, okay? Then you have the R, which is the 18th letter of the alphabet. Elvis was born on 1/8, you see? And the Levi's has a connection to that R too with the registered trademark thing, but forget it right now. Silverback, and Elvis is going to come back. You understand? He's not actually going to come back, but his name, his image, and the number of his name. Okay? And look, if you put Elvis back, it equals 84. And I told you Trump's going to get his head wound on 8/4. You know? But the Elvis Seattle connection is June 11th, you know? But anyway, so anytime you see Silverback, you're seeing Elvis back because it's 1/8. Elvis was born on 1/8. You see? Now, I told you guys that Trump gets his head wound in Ohio, right? And this Harambe, that gorilla, he was born in Gladys Porter Zoo in Texas. And the zoo that is in the news right now is from Fort Worth, Texas. But look, this Harambe, who was the child, the gorilla with the incident with the 3-year-old Dickerson boy. He was born in Gladys Porter Zoo. Look, you got the portal connection, port, and Gladys is Elvis's mom's name. Okay, I'm just saying, what are these coincidences? And he was killed at Cincinnati, Ohio Zoo. And I told you Trump's going to get his head wound in Ohio. Look at that, Sin, like Sin City, Las Vegas. Anyway, so that's another connection because Trump's going to get his head wound on 8/4 in Ohio, right? And JFK was killed in Texas, and Trump is going to be killed in Ohio, but he's resurrected. Okay, they're going to say he died, but he's going to not be dead. And so that because he was born in Texas, right? And and this was back in 2016, and today's story, the most recent gorilla story is out of Texas also, but it was killed in Ohio, that Harambe. So Texas and Ohio connections, and you have the Texas-Ohio connections with JFK and Trump, right? And what else is in here? Check this out. So Harambe, the gorilla ape, which is Lucifer gorilla, and ape is Elvis Aaron Presley's initials. He was born on 5/27/1999, this gorilla, killed on 5/28/2016. And he was 17 years and 2 days to be exact, if you count the day. Okay, up to this day and counting that day, it's 17 years, 2 days. And you know why I'm telling you this? Because see, Ohio's the 17th state. So 17 years old was the gorilla. Ohio's the 17th state where Trump gets the head wound. August 4th is the 216th day of the year, 216. Okay, and that's why Barack Obama was born on the 216th day of the year, which is August 4th. And that's why he was the president before Trump, because it all connects. Trump had to connect to the August 4th, because that's when Trump's going to get his head wound. And on leap year, it's a 217th day, and there's your 217. So you have 217 connection, 216 connection, which is August 4th. Harambe was 17 years old, which is Ohio connection. You see what I'm saying? How it all connects to Trump's head wound? Okay? Now watch this. Look at the birth date and the kill date. Okay? Look at that. Watch this. Wait a minute. What was I going to show? Oh, before I show you that, let me just show you this. Because Harambe was killed on 528. Elvis Aaron Presley died on 8/16/1977. If you use the prime numbers for 8/16/1977, it equals 528. And Harambe was killed on 528. Okay? Now, the reason I'm showing you that, you'll see why in a moment. Because remember, he was born on 527, the gorilla, and 528 he died, right? I mean, he was killed. Look, check this out. So the birth date and the death date, 527, 528. Look, from the first of the year, if you went forward 527 days or 528 days on a leap year, on a leap year, 528 days, look, it lands on 6/11. The day I'm telling you, the day I'm telling you that Seattle's going to be struck. Okay? 527, 528. And look, 527 plus 528, look at the numbers. 1055, 1055, that's Satan's numbers, 5510. Look at that. 527, 528. So now you have a connection. Gorilla equals Lucifer. Ape is Elvis Aaron Presley's initials. And his birth date and death date connect to Satan's numbers, 5510. Look at that. You see what I'm saying? And it connects to 6/11, and it connected to August 4th. All that other stuff I showed you with the August 4th and Ohio connections. You see how it all connects? All right? Now, pay attention, okay? You got to watch from the beginning if you're late, okay? You have to watch from the beginning. Check this out. So you know Elvis, his name, his forward numbers, I'm not showing the reverse numbers, only the forward numbers. It's Elvis equals 67, then 22, then 89. Okay? And Elvis turned 89 this year in the year 24. The 24th prime is 89. So this 89 ending is really important. Now watch. Elvis equals 67 and the reduced number is 22. So what's in between 67 and 22? It would be the 45. And I told you that Trump is the 45th president. I told you how important that Elvis turned 45 years dead in the year 2022. He turned 45 years dead in the year 22. All right, see how it all connects to Elvis? Now watch. Just remember this. And before I show you this connection, the words, when written out, 67 equals 162, and June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. And that's why Elvis equaling 67 connects to the June 11th, you see, because that's the day Washington State gets struck, Seattle, Washington. Anyway, so just look at this. 2245 equals 67. That's what's in between the 22 and the 67 is the 45. 2245, right? Now watch this. The Harambe was killed at the Cincinnati, Ohio Zoo. Are you looking at this? The zip code for this place in Cincinnati was 2245 with a crown. And now if you add up all the numbers between 22 through 45, it equals 804. You see that? Are you understanding what I'm showing you here? That's the Trump head wound day, 8-4. Trump's the 45th president. 22 and 45 equals 67, which is the Elvis connection. The address was 2245 with a crown. I told you that you understand? It's so perfect you can't even, are you understanding what I'm showing? And interestingly enough, if you go from the death date of Harambe, if you go from Harambe's death date, go forward to 6/11, the day Seattle's going to be struck. Look at that. It's 8:04. And you know the word twin equals 66, but look, it's 8:04. And remember, he died at age 17. Ohio's the 17th state. Trump's going to get his head one on 8:04. Look at that. And by the way, notice this was his death date, 5/28, and he was born on 5/27, one day before. That means that if we went to 5/27 in that year, it would be 8 years, 16 days. And that's Elvis's death date, 8/16. You see that? So this was from his death date, Harambe. 8/16 it would have been if it was 5/27. His birth date was 5/27, one day before. Anyway, you see how it's all connected? You see what I'm saying? All right. Now, let's go to the next thing. So the most recent ape story was a gorilla silverback named Elmo. You gotta be kidding me, right? And it's from Texas again. And JFK was killed in Texas, right? And he was killed on Elm Street. And what was killed? His head. Elmo. He was killed on Elm. His name was Elmo, the gorilla. And it was in Texas. JFK was killed on Elm Street. You know. And Elmo was 45. And in this story, there was a bucket involved. Because I told you Ohio's the Buckeye state, you know. There was a bucket involved in this recent story where the two zookeepers were, you know, in the middle, got trapped in the enclosure. But nothing happened to them, you know. Because the O is the head wound. You get it? Like the crown, the head, you know. So elm with the O. Get it? Before I move on, are you getting that? The Elmo thing? Are you guys getting the Elmo thing? Before I move on. Anyway, okay, so now the last thing on this Elmo, this Elmo, let's look at the Elmo thing. Yeah, tickle me Elmo. Yeah, unbelievable. So tickle me Elmo, Elmo equals 45. By the way, he was a 34-year-old ape, and he's still alive. Nothing happened to him because he didn't attack anybody or anything. And either did that Harambe. You know, he grabbed a little boy. I don't know. You know, I guess they had to supposedly. First of all, folks, I don't even believe the story, but let's just say it's true. They had to kill that Harambe one, the one I just talked about. But anyway, look, this zoo in Texas, the most recent story. Look at the address, 1989, and I'll get to the 1989 in a moment. But look, the zip code was 7611 with a crown. And I told you 6 months, 11 days into the year is 7/11. And I told you 6/11 is the Seattle event. And look, the area code is 817. And 817 is actually 8/4 on the Julian calendar. And you know Austin Butthead, who played Elvis, Austin Butler, he's born on 8/17. And I told you Austin Butler's name equaled 162 forward and backward, which is June 11th. And he played Elvis, you know what I mean? And the Seattle Elvis event, the 162nd day of the year is June 11th. And, oh yeah, look at that. Colonial Parkway is like Colonel Parker. Yeah, good one, Jenny. Yeah, someone in the chat just mentioned that. It's like, because Elvis's manager was Colonel Parker. Look at that. That's a good one. And anyway, the 1989, let me tell you something about that. That is why 1989 is the reason why Travis and Travis and Taylor is in the news. There's Taylor Swift, because that creature Taylor Swift had an album called 1989. Okay, and there's a reason why 1989 is so important. Okay, but what Taylor did was the Creature's album came out in 2013 or something, 2012. But the Creature did a Taylor's version of that album and re-released it in 2023. Okay, and uh, and I've explained that Creature is the I Pet Goat girl. That Creature is the Apple girl in I Pet Goat because that Creature won Apple Music's Entertainer of the Year last year, uh, and and that's why the Creature's in the news all day. The Creature broke Elvis Presley's record on the first of the year. You know, Elvis Presley's record for top 200 Billboard crap or whoever cares. But it's all connected to Elvis and the Creature. The reason that they're using the Creature because of the 1989 and what's important about 1989 because that's when the Creature was born. That's when the Creature had an album called and the Creature had the album 1989, Taylor's version. TV. TV equals 42. Washington is the 42nd state. Elvis died at the age of 42. And listen, did Elvis have a TV graveyard?
According to Elvis Australia, Elvis had an actual TV graveyard in the backyard at Graceland and would often pull out a .357 Magnum from his collection of guns and blast a TV set.
So he was shooting the TV. TV equals 42. And he has a TV graveyard. That means they're telling you Washington is going to be a graveyard. And because something horrific is going to happen on June 11th. And TV equals 42. Elvis died at the age of 42. Washington is the 42nd state. Seattle's in King County. Elvis was known as the King. You understand? Okay? Now, why the 1989? Because that year, in 1989, there was the Elvis halftime show at the Super Bowl. Okay? And that in that game was all connected to Elvis. Besides the halftime show, the score, the quarterback, the Super Bowl trophy, everything's connected to 611 and Elvis. Okay? And that same year of that Elvis halftime show Super Bowl, you had the Space Needle April Fool's collapse prank. They actually came on live, breaking news, said the Space Needle collapsed. No way would you do something like that and scare everybody. All right. What if some family members went to that day to the Space Needle or something? It's a ridiculous story that never could happen. Okay. But they did it because they know they can get away with anything if they want to. Anyway, so now I forgot what I was saying. So that's why 1989 is so important, and that's why Travis and Taylor, the TNT, get it? Explosives, TNT. The TT is the double cross, the Antichrist, okay? Because Elvis is the Antichrist, Trump is his image, and Barack is the third wheel to the charade. But it's Elvis at the top, Trump the second, the twin devil, and then Barack is the capstone to these two clowns, Elvis and Trump. 1989, that's why, because both Travis and Taylor were born in 1989. And what does Travis Kelce sound like? Travis Kelce sounds like Elvis Presley. Get it? Travis Kelce, Elvis Presley. Same thing. It's completely Travis, Elvis, Kelce, Presley. Get it? All right? It's not a coincidence. All right? Anyway, so that's the end of that. I was just trying to explain to you why the 1989 address for this news story of that Elmo, the gorilla, silverback, another silverback, which connects to Elvis. And I told you it's an ape. Ape is the initials of Elvis Aaron Presley, EAP. And silverback has the Elvis in it and the back in it. Elvis back, come back, get it? Anyway, so let me show this part again. I'm not again. There's still new info here. Just a couple more cards. I only have like 3 more cards in there. Actually, yeah, 6 more cards. So let me just show this and let me end this video. I'll leave it up. So EAP, Elvis Aaron Presley's initials, which is the word ape, APE, it equals, this is what it equals, but who cares about this right now? What if you were to add a crown, which is the O, the letter O to EAP? Look what it equals. The crown on top of the EAP, Elvis Aaron Presley's initials, equals the word hell. Exactly the same. Okay? And anyway, so that's one connection right there, right? And let me just show you this. So right now, I just told you that adding the crown on the EAP equals 3719, which is the word hell. The forward numbers. Notice that the 37 is the EL connection because EL looks like, because the letters, I mean, the numbers 37 looks like the letters EL, right? EL means God in Hebrew. And look, you have the 19, right? The S is the 19th letter, right? Like Superman, that's why he wears the S. But what if we were to put the S on the PEA instead of the O? Look, you remember the peas in a pod? You ever heard that saying, right? Two peas in a pod? Because Elvis and Trump are the twin devils. I told you that. Twin. Two peas in a pod. Two Elvis Presleys. Look, see? Two peas. Two P-E-L-O. Elvis was born in Tupelo, and he was an identical twin. His identical twin was sacrificed. Two P-E-L-O. E-L with a crown. Two P's, get it? And two P's is 1616. And from Elvis, and from Elvis's birthday, if you went forward 1616 days, it lands on June 11th from Elvis's birthday. If you went forward 1616 days. And the two P's is the Antichrist, I told you. Look, 16, it's two P's, right? 16-2 is June 11th. 216 is August 4th. 216th day of the year, 162nd day of the year. 1818, Elvis was born on 1818. I mean, Elvis was born 18, his twin was born 18. It's right there, okay? You understand? It's all in the numbers, folks. Okay, now, why am I showing that? Because, look, P's, look what P's equals. Because we put the S on it, right? Because it's more than, it's basically saying two Elvis Aaron Presleys, get it? Because he had an identical twin. Anyway, look, the totals is 5589. Look, Satan equals 55. Elvis's age is 89 right now. And Elvis equals 67, 22, 89 in his forward numbers. Look, the backward numbers of P's is 67, 22, 89. Elvis was born on 18. You have the 18 over there too. I'm just saying there's a lot of connections with that. And notice, I was telling you it's two peas in a pod, and I just showed you what peas equals, right? Look what in a pod equals. Isn't that funny? In a pod equals the word dragon. Isn't that interesting? So it's like saying dragon peas. Peas, dragon. Dragon peas. P-E-A-S. Anyway, dragon equals in a pod. Same exact numbers. And look, June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. And the dragon years right now. I told you that. And go watch my dragon video and my leap year videos. Okay? It's you'll be amazed if you watch those. Anyway, Bruce Lee, who was the Enter the Dragon dude, and his son Brandon Lee were both killed very strangely. I'm not sure if that's how you spell Brandon, by the way, but I don't know right now. But anyway, Bruce Lee, Brandon Lee were both killed, not killed, but died mysteriously. Brandon was shot accidentally, but Bruce Lee, whatever. They say he died. Anyway, they both died young, buried in Seattle, both of them. See that? The Enter the Dragon dude was buried in Seattle. You have Lee Harvey Oswald was JFK's. And why am I, the reason I'm bringing up the Lee stuff is not because of the dragon connection and because of the buried in Seattle. The Lee, E-L-L, the E-E-L, And somebody earlier was mentioning that Jerry Lee Lewis, that Elvis wanted to kill Jerry Lee Lewis. I don't know. I might have heard that, but I don't remember. But Lee, what is the point of the Lee? Like, what's important about it? The Lee, this is what's important about it. Lee equals the exact same as EAP, the initials of Elvis Aaron Presley. See, that's why they love that Lee. And Lee, which is the word eel, backwards, eel is a beast out of the sea. You know, that electric, isn't it, amazing that it's an electric, beast, you know. And we'll see what happens, with these people. All right, folks, that's about it. You gotta, like I said, this video, it's an interesting video. I'll leave it up for a couple of days, but it's not, I'm just showing you something that's in the news right now, but I'm going to be taking it down in a couple of days. There's more I could have shown. Well, I might as well just show it now since, if people have gotten this far in the video, they can keep watching it. But the initials, EAP, look, Elvis Aaron Presley's initials, it equals 5 and then 1 and then 16, right? And I told you that the E can be like a crown, like the 3, the W on top of the 11, 6, 6, 11. See, I'm saying June 11th, not November 6th, but June 11th. And there's a crown on there, you see? And notice the numbers of it, 5116. Look, from the first of the year to 6/11, the day I'm telling you Seattle gets struck is 5 months, 11 days. So you have the 611 and the 511, and Elvis Aaron Presley's initials have the 511 and the 611 in it. And look, if you take the 511 and the 611, it makes JFK's death date. 511 plus 611 is 1122. You see? So that's another connection. But here's the interesting one too. This is the last thing I'm gonna show. So remember, I told you the E is a crown, or the W. You make it into a crown. And I told you that Elvis Aaron Presley, right? EAP. The A and the P is the 1 and 16, which is the 611 connection. But AP equals the word EL. EL means God. EL is the exact same as AP or PA, like Pennsylvania, PA. And that's why the word leap, which I'm not going to talk about in here, but the word leap, see, it makes the word leap, LEAP, and we're in a leap year. That's why it has to happen in a leap year. And by the way, because EL equals PA, it would be Papa, same thing. EL equals Papa, because EL equals PA. So if you put EL, it would be the same as EL Pa L, LL Papa, because AP equals the same as EL, you know what I mean? Are you guys understanding that? I know it's confusing, folks, but look, I'm going to leave this video up. Any last words before I end the chat? For the people who got in late, you're not going to know what the hell I'm talking about unless you watch from the beginning. It all connects to Elvis and Trump and my 2 predictions, all right? And how it connects to Lucifer, all right? Oh, yeah. So, you know what? I've heard the story, but I just can't remember. There was another guy who said that Elvis put a gun to his head. I forget who it was. Alice Cooper, I think, said that. That Alice Cooper said that Elvis put a gun to his head or something like that. But just to show something, he wasn't mad at him or anything. Alice Cooper, get it? Antichrist, AC. No, I'm going to leave this one up in 2 days. I mean, in 2 days, I'll delete it. Yeah, the Papa Don't Preach. That's right. And you know that Madonna, besides having the Don in it, Madonna, which is connected to the Virgin Mary thing, Madonna was born on Elvis's death date. Madonna turned exactly 19 years old on Elvis's death date, August 16th, 1977. Madonna turned 19. The 19 crown. Do you understand? That creature is the queen of 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 disgustingness. You know what I mean? Whatever that. What is Madonna queen of? Queen of the. Oh no, not that Madonna. Hold on. What is Madonna the singer queen of?
According to Wikipedia, Madonna Louise Ciccone is an American
She's
singer,
the queen of
songwriter.
pop. So you have Michael Jackson, who's the king of pop. Are you seeing this? Madonna's the queen of pop. Michael Jackson is the king of pop, who was married to Elvis's daughter, the king of pop. I mean, the king of rock. And Madonna's born on Elvis's death date, the 19 crown. Do you see how crazy this is? And you know the queen of soul? The queen of soul. Let me just tell you about the king of soul first. The king of soul was known as the Godfather, was James Brown. He died on Christmas Day. So it's got a connection to, like Christ, right? And of course, because Santa became Satan, so it connects to that day too, because Santa is Satan, right? Because Satan took over that day of of Christmas Day. But anyway, and then the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin was connected to Elvis. Where was Aretha Franklin born?
Aretha Franklin was born in Memphis.
Memphis, Tennessee, where Elvis lived and died. When did Elvis die?
Elvis Presley died on August 16th.
When did Aretha Franklin die?
Aretha Franklin died on August 16th.
You see that? And that creature was born in 1942. And Elvis, I told you, died at the age of 42. Washington's the 42nd state. And like I said, same thing with MLK. Elvis is known as the King. Seattle's in King County. Martin Luther King was killed in Memphis, Tennessee. It's all connected to Elvis. Every single thing. Elvis is the Antichrist. He's the beast out of the sea. He's the phoenix rising. He's the kraken. He's the sea goat. All right? Capricorn, the sign he's born under, is the sea goat symbol. He's the camel that shoots through the eye of the needle. All right? The space needle. Elvis is all about the needle. You know that. All right, folks. Tina Turner is the queen of rock and roll. Is that true? And that's the TT. Yeah. The TT is the double cross, the Antichrist. Let's see what that Tina Turner connection. Didn't that creature just recently die too? Is Tina Turner the queen of rock?
According to Wikipedia, Tina Turner was a singer, songwriter.
So the creature was born on Tina Turner birth date and death date.
According to Britannica, Tina Turner, American-born singer who found success in the rhythm and...
Oh man, it's annoying the hell out of me hearing that. Hold on. Just listening to that just drives me nuts. The creature was born... see, that one doesn't have a connection to Elvis. That's weird. I mean, Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's born in Tennessee. Tina Turner. Brownsville. So yeah, there is a connection. The creature was born in Tennessee but died in Switzerland. But the dates, I don't see anything, too interesting about that. But I mean, there's some connections, I'm sure. How old was Tina Turner?
Tina Turner died on May 24th, 2023 at age 83.
83. Oh, okay. Anyway. Yeah, the turntable. Yeah, that's a good one. Tina is anti. That's what the word Tina is. Anti. Oh, that's it. That's anti. So that's another connection. I wonder what Tina Turner's full name is. What is Tina Turner's full name?
Her full name was Anna Mae Bullock.
Anna Mae Bullock. Bull, Bullcock. Anna Mae Bullcock. And a Bullock. Bollocks. What do they call that in the UK? Oh, Turner is returned. There it is. I knew it. I knew somebody would figure it out. Jenny and SR got it. Turner is return, anti-return. I think we talked about this years ago too. When we talked about Tina Turner, someone did mention it. I would have never gotten that. I mean, right now I'm saying, but in the past, I think that was mentioned years ago. But great catches, guys. Great catches. So there you go. Anti-return is Tina Turner, and the TT is the Antichrist, the double cross. Get it? You can't make this stuff. I mean, how many coincidences do you need before you believe? You know what I mean? That's ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, it's anti-return. There it is. It's right in your face, man. Right in your face. Okay. All right, folks. Yeah, I wonder what Ike, the husband, when was Ike Turner born?
Ike Turner was born on November 5th, 1931.
He was born in Mississippi. Look at that. So because that's where Elvis was born, in Mississippi, and he died in Tennessee, Elvis. And he lived and died in Tennessee. So the creature was born in Tennessee, Tina Turner, and the husband was born in Mississippi, where Elvis was born. See what I mean? It's all connected. Anyway, all right, folks, that's it. We went over the time here. But I'll leave this video up for a couple of days. If anyone got in late, please watch from the beginning and just watch it all the way through. Okay? Yes, God bless all of you. I appreciate everyone who participated. And like I said, make sure you watch from the beginning, okay? Anyway, Jesus is God. End the video. Listen, end your conversations, please. I'll give you guys 1 minute to end your conversations, all right? And did I delete that last video yet? Hold on, did I delete that last video? Because I'm going to delete that video too. Yeah, I appreciate the kind words, my friend. Just real quick, let me see if I deleted that last video. No, it's still there. So I'll leave that up because there's nothing good about that video. I was talking about something to do with the Oscars, but I didn't show any images or nothing. But if you want to watch that, go ahead. I'm going to delete it by the end of the day. So that one I'm going to delete, and I'm going to delete this video in 2 days. So I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow with a new information video if I can get it out. All right, but I don't think I'm going to do a live stream tonight. I'm going to skip it and try to work on some information. But we'll see. Like I said, if something happens today on the news and I want to come live, then I'll do it, you know. All right, folks. Man. I'm a monster. I used to call myself a gorilla every time on the live streams. I say I'm a hairy ape. I'm a hairy gorilla. Now you know what I'm saying? When you say gorilla, you know what you're saying now. All right, folks. Watch the video from the beginning. I'll leave it up. God bless all of you. Jesus is God. End the video.